Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, please use that subscribe button, and if you're an existing subscriber, thank you for coming back to watch today's video. My name is Juliet. For those that do not know me, I am the HR Girl. I'm the founder of the HR Girl Consulting Limited, and on this channel we have exciting career conversations, and of course I help people to navigate their way in the workplace. So today we're going to be having one of those nerve-wracking conversations, but are very necessary to have as a corporate girly, corporate baddie, or whatever the case is. I always use the corporate girly baddie stuff all the time. But basically, I'm talking about, one of those nerve-wracking conversations that you need to actually have in the workplace. I know some of you have been thinking, I want to do this thing, but how do I go about it? I want to do this thing, but how do I go about it? So today, we are going to be having that conversation. So I want you to stay tuned as we delve right into today's video. Welcome back, guys. So today we're going to be discussing on how to ask for a salary raise and actually get it. Like I said, this is a nerve-wracking conversation, but a necessary career move. And I know that some persons have been thinking, how do I go about this? Because you've never actually plowed this route before. But somehow you love the organization you're working with, but you realize that, based on your value, your input, you are actually not able to get a raise, and that's because you've probably not gone to ask for it. So guys, stick with me because I'm going to show you the exact steps on how to do it professionally, confidently, and of course, successfully. But first and foremost, we are going to start by having the conversations around the wrong moves. So getting a raise, there are actually right moves to take in and there are wrong moves. But I think we should start with the wrong moves, yeah? So let's start by talking about the wrong ways to go about salary raise so that you don't make the mistake. And I'm doing that because it's very important that we talk about the wrong moves first so that we can talk about the ways to actually go about it professionally and of course successfully. So we're going to talk about 5 wrong ways to actually ask for a salary raise. Number 1 is being too vague or emotional. So for example, you go to your boss and say, I've been working so hard and I just feel like I deserve more. Bro, we are all working hard and we all deserve more. The honest reality about that way is that you are just being emotional about it and you're not bringing anything substantial to the table. Number 2 wrong approach to requesting for a salary raise is comparing yourself with your colleagues. So you don't go to your boss to tell your boss that I realize that so and so is earning more than I do, and based on the work I do, I feel like I'm supposed to be earning more than this person. See, in the career space, reality is that there's favoritism. You can't even take out that part. There's corporate politics that plays out. There is workplace politics. So there are many things. So you never know why that person is actually earning more than you. So don't even go with that approach of going to go and tell your boss that you feel like so and so is earning more than you, so you deserve more. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. Number 3 wrong approach to taking in asking for a raise is, using threats or giving ultimatum, like telling your boss that if I don't get if I don't get raise tomorrow or next month, I'll start looking elsewhere. Bye-bye now. Go and look elsewhere. Who are you whining? So it's actually a wrong approach. You don't go to your boss to tell them that, to give them ultimatum or to threaten them that if you don't get a raise, you're going to move elsewhere. It doesn't work that way. Number 4 wrong approach in requesting for a raise is actually asking without like proper timing or context. See, in this life, reality is that even the Bible says that there's a time for everything under the sun. So you have to be able to understand the right timing to actually go to ask for a raise. If you go and then you just go without context and then the wrong timing, of course, it's definitely a wrong approach. Number 5 wrong approach in taking to request for a raise is making it about your personal needs, like going to tell your boss that my rent just got increased and as a result of that, I'm requesting for a raise. See, my brother, my sister, all of us, our rent just got increased. So it doesn't work that way. I'm sorry, but it doesn't work that way. You can't make salary raise about personal needs. So now we're done talking about 5 wrong approaches to take. Like I said, it was important that we started with the 5 wrong approaches before going to the right approach. So stick with me and let's move into the right approaches to actually take in requesting for a raise professionally, confidently, and of course, successfully. So number 1 thing to do before going to even ask for a raise is number 1, know your value. See, when I say know your value, I mean, we're talking about achievement here and we're talking about results. Like, have you been able to deliver on your job? That's number 1. But when you have to look at your job performance and look at it, okay, have you exceeded your expectations, the expectation of your bosses and even the organization as a whole? For example, when you came in, of course, the organization had expectations of you. So one of the things that you need to do your homework. So first of all, ask yourself, have you exceeded the expectations that has been had of you on this role? Another thing you have to look at in knowing your value is what specific result have you been able to achieve? For example, you increase sales by 30%, or you increase retention rate by 40%, or you reduce turnover rate by 100%. Whatever the case is, have your fact. I believe in working with, I call it a progress sheet. So if I join any organization, I have like a sheet where I get to, when I join, the issues that I met when I got there, and then what I've been able to do in terms of how I've been able to solve it over time. So for every single month, I do like my progress report. I see that and analyze, okay, how did this month go? So with that, of course, it's very easy for me now to go and request for a raise because I know that I've done my own work, because I can say confidently that I've been able to do this and this and that. And then in knowing your value, you might also want to probably compare, your earnings to that of like your colleagues in other industries. But then you need to also understand, like you might want to use maybe Glassdoor to check, okay, what are the people in this caliber or whatever earning? So that's just for you to have an idea of, probably you feel like, okay, you're being underpaid or you're being overpaid. I don't know of anybody that gets overpaid. So, but basically, the first homework that you want to do before even going to ask for a raise is know your value and do your homework and do it diligently well. Number 2 step in going to request for a raise is picking the right time. Like I said, when I was talking about wrong approach in terms of context, you have to pick the right time to actually go and ask for a raise. If you're a very sensitive person, you cannot go and ask your boss for a raise when the company is under so much pressure. Maybe financial pressure, or maybe sales are not coming in, or things are not just going right. It's very important that you understand and know the perfect timing to go and request for a raise from your boss. And of course, one tip you can use in that regard is like schedule a meeting ahead of time. So you could send a mail to your boss requesting for, you can title the mail something about career advancement or career progression. So, okay, good day, sir. Good day, ma'am. I would like to have like a conversation. Please let me know when will be a very good time for me to come and see you. It's in terms of my career advancement and progression. At least with that in mind, your boss already has an idea that you're coming to actually speak about something regarding your career. He might not know that it's a race. She might not know that it's a race, but at least the person understands that you're coming from the area or the angle of career progression and advancement. Number 3 step in requesting for a raise is practice your pitch. Okay, so of course, you know your value now, you've done your homework. You've gotten a perfect timing to go and have the conversation. So your boss has already said, okay, come on the 10th of May of 2025 when I'm back or something. So you want to practice your pitch. See, in requesting for a salary raise, confidence is very key. And it's not confidence from vague things. Like it's not It's confidence based on what you've actually been able to achieve. So when you get there, oh, good day, sir. I want to appreciate you for the opportunity that you have given me so far to work with your organization. I've taken up extra responsibilities even upon joining. I believe that I've also been able to exceed my expectations. That is based on my KPIs and my target that has been set for me on the job. And based on these factors, I would like to discuss a salary review with you. So what you've just been able to do in that regard is you've been able to focus on your impact, not just on your needs or your want, right? So of course, after you've told your boss that, okay, I would like to discuss for a salary review. Of course, I don't know how the conversations will go, whether your boss will take over the conversation or you be the one that will continue the conversation. But whatever the case is, obviously, like I said, you've practiced your pitch. So you need to understand. I mean, and also it also depends on the role that you are actually occupying in the organization at the time. And of course, it also depends on the things that you've been able to do and all that. But basically, you're focusing on your achievement and you're focusing on the things that you've been able to do for the organization. So the fourth practical step, of course, in requesting for a raise is that you have to prepare for objections or alternatives. The reality is that, of course, your boss will object certain things that you said. You might be thinking you've exceeded expectation in certain areas and your boss does not feel the same way. And of course, there are also the conditions of alternatives. So you might be thinking, okay, this is what I want, but your boss is saying, oh, this is what the company can do at this time. So you have to prepare your mind for all the options. So for example, you have to prepare your mind that, okay, if this raise does not come, I think this is what I'm going to do. If you want to continue to stay with the company or if you want to leave, whatever you can. I don't know what your own case is, but you have to be able to understand and prepare for alternatives and of course objections. And then of course, if the company says that they cannot increase your salary based on maybe conditions or whatever the company might be going through at the time, you can also ask that, are there other non-financial incentives that can be used to, what's the word now, that can be used to alternate, what you're requesting for. You could ask for options like flexible working hours. You could ask for paid trainings or bonuses. You could also request for allowance. Probably, okay, transport has increased. You could also say, okay, if they can't give you a raise at this time, would they be able to bring in allowances at this time? And then, of course, you can also request that your responsibilities be reduced. Yeah, it's another option. If you want to continue to stay with the company, probably you want to also have time to do other things. You can also request that your responsibilities be reduced as well. It's also an option. Like I said, this is alternatives. I'm not telling you that one way, this is the exact way to go about it, but I'm saying that these are the alternatives that you need to consider just in case your organization says that at the moment, based on our budget and all of that, we may not be able to review your salary at this time, but probably in the future, we'll be able to do it. So you have to prepare for those alternatives, just like I said earlier. And then, of course, the last step, practical step in doing this is after having these entire conversations, you might not be able to come to a conclusion with your boss at the time or your management or whatever the case might be. But then what you need to do is you need to also follow up in writing. So you want to tell your boss, thank you for the opportunity for me to discuss the raise of my salary with you. I appreciate the privilege to ever had the conversations. However, I'll be waiting for your feedback and the next practical steps we're going to take in ensuring that I continue to deliver on my job as I remain committed to this organization. Like I said, all of these things are coming from the angle of you actually being committed to the organization. You love the company that you're working with, and then you want the best, and then you want to continue working with the company. So that's why you're even giving these options in the first place. So I hope that with these wrong approaches that I've given and also the 5 practical steps in requesting for a raise, I hope that this made any form of sense to you. And I hope that you'll be able to practice this and then, go and discuss that nerve-wracking conversation that you've been wanting to have all this while, but you didn't know how to go about it. So I've come to help you. Like I said, my goal on this YouTube channel is to simplify the workplace for you in every sense of the way, to give you practical steps to be able to get things done and achieve results in the workplace, of course, while also adding so much value to yourself. So have you asked for a raise before at work? Please come and help us in the comment section. Tell us how you went about it. Did you work? Did you not work? Did you continue? Did you leave? Whatever the case is, I mean, let's have this conversation. Let's continue this conversation in the comment section and let me know what works for you. I hope you found this video very helpful. If you did, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, drop a comment in the comment section. Very, very important. And let's talk about, what you did when you did yours so that other people can be here to learn. Also, I would like to mention that I am the founder of the HR Girl Consulting. It's a human resource consulting firm where we handle recruitment, trainings, talent management, and to further reach out to us to have like further conversations, you can reach out to me at the TheHRGirl@outlook.com. And then, of course, you can visit our Instagram page, TikTok, and Twitter at the HR Girl, the HR Girl, d.hrgirl, of course, where we get to have like some more exciting conversations. And I look forward to, having, further conversations with you in terms of how to, better simplify the workplace. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye for now. Mwah.